Sanbonani, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mrs. Bia, a MS teacher. Today I'll be teaching a topic in analytical geometry in grade 11. We'll be looking into a question that was given in November 2018, paper 2. The question is given as follows. In the diagram, A, B, C, and D are vertices of a quadrilateral having AD parallel to BC. BA produces an X intersected E, BD and AC intersected M, and N is a point on AD. So this is exactly how the diagram is. Now the first question that we need to answer here is to calculate the gradient of BC. Let's see. The gradient of BC is given as YB minus YC over XB minus XC, of which in this case we are given both coordinates of B and C, so it's not gonna be difficult. We just substitute the gradient of BC. It will be Y in B is 5 and then plus 3, because the 3 is negative, then it will multiply this negative to be positive. Then the X at B is 6 and then minus the 0. Then the gradient of BC, in this case we are going to have 8 over 6, which in simple term, this is 4 over 3. Now the second question, they say determine the equation of AD. Now we need to check the relationship between AD and BC. They said these two lines, this one and this one, are parallel. What is the meaning of two lines being parallel? It means they've got equal gradients. The gradient of BC is equal to the gradient of AD. That means if I'm looking for the equation of AD, which will be in this form, remember it's a straight line. So the gradient, I already know the gradient, which is 4 over 3. Where do I get the gradient? Because the two lines, which is BC, is parallel to AD, which means equal gradients. So now I'm going to take 1 point on line AD, of which D I don't have, but I have A. Then substitute to the equation to get the value of C. So for Y I've got 2, and then for X I've got minus 2. Then my C will be equals to 2, which is my plus 8 over 3. And this one, it will be 2 plus 8 over 3. It will give us 2 plus 8 over 3. This will be 14. C is equal to 14 over 3. So the equation that we're looking for in 3.2, it's Y equals to 4 over 3X plus 14 over 3. That's the equation for line AD. Okay? I'm going to keep the equation, and also I'm going to keep the gradient so that we remember it. The gradient of BC is equals to 4 over 3, and the equation of AD is Y equals to 4 over 3X plus 14 over 3. We need this to answer the following questions. The next question, determine the value of T. Where is T? T is this point that is on the x-axis, and on the x-axis we know that y it's 0, but this point is on the x-axis and it is also a point on line AD. That means if we can substitute to this equation of AD, we can find the coordinate of n. Then our y in this case, it will be 0. Our x, it will be t in this case. Therefore, we are having 4t over 3 equals to minus 14 over 3. We cross multiply. 4 times 3 is 12t, and then 13 times 14, 13, 3 times 14, that is 42. That is 42. Then divide by negative 42, divide by 12, divide by 12. Then our t is 42 divided by 12. That is 7 over 2. Negative 7 over 2. That's the coordinate of n. Next question, calculate the length of AN. Now that you know these coordinates of n, then we can be able to find the length of AN, which will be given in this formula of finding a length. We've got our x at n minus x at a, y at n minus y at a. Let's do our substitution. What is our x at a at n? Is minus 7 over 2 minus, which will be plus in this case because this 2 comes with a negative, squared, and then our y in n is 0, and then minus 2 squared. Then we go straight to our calculator. We punch this in our calculator quickly. This is this negative 7 over 2 plus 2 close bracket squared plus open bracket 0, or we can just say minus 2 in this case, close bracket squared. Then the answer is 5 over 2. That's the length of AN. Then the next question, if DC is given by this equation, determine the coordinate of D. So now we've got D, that is a point of intersection of the two lines, which is AD and DC. So we're going to equate the two equations, which is equation 3 over 8x minus 3, it's equal to, remember, 4 over 3x plus 14 over 3. We solve for x. Let's add here. We are going to add 3 over 8 minus 4 over 3. This will be 23 over 24x equal to minus 3 okay, this is 14 over 3 plus 3, that is 23 over 23 over 3. And then when we cross multiply, we are going to get the value of x as minus 8. And then we take this value, we substitute here to one of the equations, and then x is 8 minus 3. Then this will give us, let's see, 3 over 8, open bracket, minus 8 minus 3. This is y will be equals to minus 6. So this coordinate is minus 8 and minus 6. Okay, the last two questions, you want us to prove that ABCD is a parallelogram. Remember, this side and this side are parallel. So if you can prove that AD is equal to ABC, then that one will be a palm. Remember, the opposite sides of a palm are parallel and equal. So BC is equal to 10 units and AC is equal to 10 units. So indeed ABCD is a palm. Then the coordinates of M is the midpoint. A midpoint here. We can calculate the midpoint of BD or the midpoint of AC. Remember, the two diagonals bisect because it's a palm. So the midpoint, let me take this one off. The midpoint here, we are going to have the midpoint of M, the point M, which is, we are going to add the axis, divide by 2, and then remember it's a point, then the y, that will be 2, then plus 3 over 2, and M will be minus 1, and also 5 over 2. Minus here. This is 2 minus 3. So the answer is 1 minus 1 over 2. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen.